Now that you've built flow and dexterity, it's time to take the next step. Expression. Technical control means nothing if the notes don't feel alive. This lesson is all about turning your pentatonic lines into music that breathes by focusing on dynamics, phrasing, and articulation. We'll explore the expression techniques that I think every guitarist should use, such as vibrato, slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and bends. And these are the small details that make your guitar playing sound like yourself. Before we even play, let's reframe what expression is. Expression isn't all about being flashy, although that could be the case. It's about intention. It's how you tell a story through your tone and timing. Every slide, bend, or vibrato should serve a purpose. It's to say something. Think of your guitar here as your voice. Your goal isn't to play scales perfectly. It is to speak through them. So let's start by exploring the tools that make that possible. Let's start with the vibrato. This is one of the most personal parts of any guitarist's sound. The goal here is to add life to already existing notes. We're going to start fretting a note from a C major pentatonic. Let's say a 5th fret on a G string, the note C. Once you have played the note, you're going to gently oscillate the pitch around the note. Here, don't just wiggle your finger, but rotate your wrist with good control over the strings. Here, keep the motion even, don't rush the vibrato, and see if you can match the speed to whatever the song calls for. Practice slow and wide, then tighten it for faster tempos. Remember, vibrato is like your fingerprints. Develop it slowly and intentionally. Slides are how you connect ideas smoothly, literally connecting the dots across the fretboard. Start by sliding between two notes within the pentatonic scale. For example, if I have the note E played on the 9th fret of G string, and you could slide this up to the note G, which would be on the 12th fret. This is what it sounds like. When you perform a slide, focus on staying in time as you slide. Don't rush into the destination note. Use slides both in and out of notes, almost like commas in the sentence. The goal here is to make your movement feel seamless, as if the fretboard is just one continuous surface instead of separate boxes. Let's talk about hammer-ons and pull-offs. These give your phrasing a bit more flowing and vocal-like quality. To practice, choose a simple two-note pair within the C major pentatonic, say C and D. You're going to pluck the first note once, then lightly tap onto the second note, and make sure it's clean and you tap confidently. So here's a demonstration. Now for pull-offs, you're going to be reversing that motion. You're going to pluck the note D, then my ring finger in this case is going to flick downward while keeping that first finger to my target note. In this case, that would be C. So here's a demonstration. Listen for even tone and volume. You want both notes to sound equally strong, even though you're only plucking one of them. Try linking these into groups of 3 or 4 notes, like C, D, E, or A, G, E, to build fluid runs. Now we have the bends. Bends are where your guitar truly starts to sing. Here, start small, a half step or a whole step bend. For example, you could bend a 7th fret on the G string, which would be the note D, up to the note E. The key is accuracy here. You want the pitch to land perfectly on the target note, not sharp or flat. Use multiple fingers to support your bend for control. Especially keep your fingers really narrow and it will give you more power. And make sure your Thumb is anchored behind the back. The art of bending isn't just physical, it's emotional. Think of it like you're reaching for something. The tension and release should feel intentional. And you could always add vibrato at the top of the bend to give it that extra expressive touch. Experiment for yourself with each of the techniques and in combinations to serve your phrasing. I recommend record yourself playing short melodic phrases using these techniques and listen back and see which ones you like, and maybe you'll get to decide which one feels natural to you. And that's how you develop your own expressive voice on your guitar. Expression is what separates players who sound like scales from players who sound more like songs. These techniques turn mechanical movement into emotion. Don't rush to master them all at once. Focus on control, tone, and feel. Remember, the pentatonic scale isn't just a map of notes, it's your canvas. How you shape, bend, and phrase those notes is what defines your sound. So make sure to slow down, stay relaxed, and make every note mean something.